6:39 with a roll call. This is Brian Winslow. I see Dr. Rosalind Shabda.
Yes.
Susan Levinson.
Yes.
Christine Dabrio.
Yes.
And Shirley Glennon.
Yes.
And if there was another board member who's called in whose number I don't recognize, please unmute and let us know. Otherwise I'll move on. From the SAU, we have Dr. Monica Henson.
And she has informed me that she's having some audio problems. She has let me know she's trying to reconnect the audio. While she's doing that, I'll let Dr. Henson, if you log completely out of your computer or your device and log back in, sometimes that fixes the audio if you are unable to get in.
Okay, we also have Nathan Byrne.
Here.
And Glenn Waring.
Yes.
Great. So we can take public comments. If there are two numbers here that have called in, if people would like to speak, I'll actually have Mr. Byrne go through that.
Okay, so I'm going to call off the last two digits of the phones, and if you would like, I'm going to also ask you to unmute, and if you do have a public comment and hit *9, it will unmute you. 57, if you have a public comment, please let us know. Okay, I'm not seeing anything, so I'm going to go ahead and move over to 21, last two digits, 21. If you have a public comment, please press *9, and I will unmute you. Neither one of them unmuted at this time.
Okay. If we do have public comment, if something went wrong or whatever, just unmute and let us know, and we'll give you a moment. But we can go on to the approval of minutes. We have minutes from November 9th, 2020. So I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Okay, so it's Christine Dabrio with a second. I only had one thing at the end, but did anybody have anything on our packet, page 1? Okay, anybody on page 2 from our packet?
Nope.
Okay, page 3. Okay, and then for me on page 4, under the superintendent hiring committee, that it states that the hiring process has started. It has not started, and that we're reviewing applications. We are not. So basically that paragraph, I think what I had stated was that I had spoken with NHSBA about, they had a superintendent search service, and that it was quite pricey, but it was something that if we wanted to pursue, we could, and then no action was taken. But that's how I remember it. Is everybody okay if we just strike that full section and replace it with pretty much what I just said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. Are there any other changes on page 4? Okay, then we'll go and roll call through for the minutes as amended. Brian Winslow is a yes. Christine Dabrio?
Yes.
Shirley Glennon?
Yes.
Dr. Rosalind Shabda?
Yes.
And Susan Levinson?
Abstain.
Okay. So that's 4 with 1 abstention, and that's that. Before we get into the real business, I guess, of our meeting, I'd like to, Nate, Mr.
Yes,
Burns, sorry.
No, not a problem. I want to apologize. I knew there was a *9 and for one, *9 is raise your hand. So they still didn't try it, so no hands went up, but *6 is the unmute. I looked it up because it's been a little while and I just didn't feel comfortable guessing. So *6, if they had a public comment, I can try to unmute if we want to try that one more time. So *6 and the last two digits 57. If you have a public comment, I'll try to unmute you now and you can speak, and you can unmute yourself with *6. Okay, I'm going to move on to 21. 21. Go ahead and unmute yourself. *6 if you have it. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Mr. Winslow. I felt bad not giving the right information, and I want to make sure it got out there correct.
Yeah, no, I'd rather triple check than get it wrong. Not right
Yeah.
now. Guys, before we get into the real business of our meeting, I'd like to do a quick non-public under A, C, and K. And I'd like it to be just for board members. So I don't know if you can transfer so that I'm the host or if somebody else wants to
Yeah.
be the host.
I can make you the host, and then you can remove us to the waiting room.
Okay.
Okay.
While we're doing that, I'll make a motion to go into non-public RSA 91A, C, under sections A, C, and K.
I'll second that.
Really?
Okay, I think I heard Dr. Shabda and Shirley at the same time, so I'll just say for the record, Dr. Shabda. Brian Winslow is a yes. Susan Levinson,
Yes.
Dr. Shabda,
Yes.
Ms. Dabrio,
Yep.
and Ms. Glennon.
Yes.
Okay, so we will go into non-public and